Several of the performers taking part in the grand opening have been longtime Democrats who have participated in past campaign events with the Obamas and others, as well as showing up at the White House when Obama was in office. That's what I was saying, Obama. They had their turn. They had their turn. Well, holla at your boy. You don't even got to give me a ticket to the event. Just get me in the group chat. I heard even the group chat is lit. No, I don't have no Android. I'm not going to turn everybody bubbles green. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Street Politics. Now, to former President Barack Obama, I want to congratulate you on the opening of the Obama Presidential Center. Unfortunately, I will be unable to attend because I was not invited. Yeah, I'm sure it was an oversight or something like that. You know, because they was going door to door for Trump's thing. They was going door to door trying to get people to perform for that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Shit. Trump humiliated by A-list lineup for Obama Center opening. The star-studded event will serve as a sharp contrast to Trump's birthday fight.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Are y'all talking about the UFC fight or the fight that happened when he got back home because Melania left him hanging? Is that which fight you talking about? Or you talking about him fighting sleep? Which fight you talking about?
Warmth of a job, an economy, a community, a family, and for too long.
Ensure they never obtain a nuclear weapon. This is stuff for the history books.
Because that helps give our military, our manufacturing, everybody across the country needs.
The Obama Foundation announced a star-studded lineup for the opening of the Obama Presidential Center just days after President Trump failed to attract A-listers to his UFC fight at the White House. Hey, that's not fair. That's not fair. Some of the people that were there were on a list. I saw some people that were on a list that were there. Yeah, I think some of them had felonies and all type of stuff. Didn't you see the brawl in the infield there?
I like to see bad people fail.
Among those taking part are at least a dozen artists, including Grammy, Oscar, Emmy, Tony, and Golden Globe winners, as well as Hall of Famers ranging from Stevie Wonder to Bruce Springsteen to U2's Bono and The Edge. Well, it was at Trump's fight, they had a FIFA Peace Prize winner was Sleep right there in the front row. Mm-hmm. The Roots, Christina Aguilera, Jennifer Hudson, John Legend, Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, Mark Anthony, Common, Thames, and actress Marsai Martin are also on the list of those set to attend. Dang. Are they going to have to export some people out of Chicago just to make room? That's crazy. That's too much there. Y'all done got greedy. Y'all done got greedy. This is what they say about the American exceptionalism. No, because Obama knew y'all wasn't going to show up on time. He knew y'all wasn't going to show up on time. So he made sure it was an A-lister on no matter when y'all came. So you say, hey, you going to Obama thing? Who all over there? Just a whole laundry list of people. So you ain't got no excuse.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
It's a stark reminder that former President Barack Obama, with his historic presidency, can still draw a starry crowd more than 10 years after he left office. The grand opening ceremony kicks off a series of events at the center in Chicago's South Side, which will continue into the weekend. Obama Foundation CEO Valerie Jarrett claimed the grand opening with its music lineup will be unlike any other. The grand opening ceremony will reflect a spirit of inspiration and joy with a big boost from the performers who are sharing their talent with us. We hope to inspire people everywhere to believe in their power and bring change home. Several of the performers taking part in the grand opening have been longtime Democrats who have participated in past campaign events with the Obamas and others, as well as showing up at the White House when Obama was in office. That's what I was saying, Obama. They had their turn. They had their turn. Well, holla at your boy. You don't even got to give me a ticket to the event. Just get me in the group chat. I heard even the group chat is lit. No, I don't have no Android. I'm not going to turn everybody bubbles green. Man, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire. Hey, I even heard the imaginary bands that canceled on Freedom 250 gonna be there. See, we lost Martina McBride, we lost Young MC, Milli Vanilli, the Commodores, and Morris Day in Time. I can't imagine who about to pull out next. Oh, they lost Sexual Chocolate? Not Sexual Chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. They play so fine, don't you agree?
Breaking. Sexual Chocolate has dropped out of Trump's Freedom 250 concert. That's a daggone shame. They lose Sexual Chocolate. Now, I know Cephas and Reese ain't coming. You know what I mean? If Sexual Chocolate ain't coming, I know Cephas and Reese ain't coming. Breaking, Cephas and Reese confirmed they will not be performing at the Great American State Fair Freedom 250. Wow, even President Biden will be there. Former President Joe Biden will also be in attendance for the opening of the Obama Presidential Center, along with former Presidents Clinton and Bush. Biden, Clinton, Bush. Somebody missing. President Trump will not attend. He wasn't invited. he wasn't invited. Come on, what we doing? That's like me saying I will not attend varsity basketball practice. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody looking for me.
He's right, you know.
The one thing I can say, Trump, at least in your defense here, because we previously spoke about your obsession with Barack Obama, at least you just have allowed this to go without commentary, without ceding that you are aware of just how embarrassing this all. You posted what now?
I promise you, if Wigs R Us could wear Obama's skin, he would. At this point, he just needs to ask him for a date. I've never seen a president be so obsessed with another president to the point where you can't focus on shit else. The only other president I've seen cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is Bush obsessed with Michelle. Basically, he's saying Chicago ain't gonna be able to take care of Obama's library and it's gonna be turned into a hood. I mean, honestly, he's mad because he didn't get his first. Obama's library opens on Juneteenth, but if you're a Chicagoan, you can go for free on Tuesday. It has everything. It has a library. It has a food court. It has a rec center open to the community. History in there, baby. It has Michelle's dresses and it has a replica of Obama's presidential office. I mean, you can't compete where you don't compare. You should be worried about the weather on your day, boy. Cause I hope it rains. But don't worry, Chicago, it looks kind of sunny for y'all. I'm just petty.
Oh, it did. It did rain. It definitely did rain. But that was nothing like the storm of shame that hit as soon as the event was over. You can't buy a break, can you?
4 living presidents will be attending Chicago this week, this Friday. Every living president is coming except one. Even George W. Bush, a Republican who battled Obama on every policy that he ever signed, said, yes, count me in. But Donald Trump, no. The 42nd, the 43rd, the 44th, and the 46th president all will be together, just like their respective numbers, all complete. But the 45th and the 47th, like a split man that he is, won't be in attendance. Just like his break-in service in this tenure, it's all broken up, incomplete. Now, Allah, check this out. The Obama Presidential Center is dedicated when? This Thursday. But it opens Friday. And Friday is what? Juneteenth.
I love what he's doing there. I love what he's doing there. By the way, shout out to all you guys that gave your thoughts on my video ending all about Juneteenth. I'll be posting that as a short all by itself, as you were.
And remember, for those who are sketchy on the history of June 19th, the day 1865 that the freedom reached black slaves in Galveston, Texas, the Confederacy's last holdout. It's a federal holiday since 2021, this Friday. This day, the nation honors the end of what? Slavery. So let's recap. A monument honoring the black president via hope, opening in America that celebrates black freedom on Friday, first black president. And the one man not invited, he isn't even on the freaking continent. He's an ocean away in Geneva, Switzerland, coincidentally staging a different ceremony. The same damn day, built to swing every camera on earth back toward him because he started a war. And he wants us to believe that he's got a deal with Iran, a page and a half long, signed on DocuSign, no coalition building from any country now, not even Congress, no coalition building from Congress. And it's supposed to be a deal on the same damn day, this Friday, the same day that Obama's doing his opening ceremony on Juneteenth.
And Trump, I can tell you this, you don't want us to put them deals side by side. You definitely don't want us to put them deals side by side. Yeah. I mean, yours was on a one sheet. What we talk about here? Huh? You out here doing clip notes, trying to compare it to an actual book. Which kind of feels like the whole presidency, if we're being honest.
Greatness does not chase spotlight. Instead, its spotlight finds you. President Obama never asked the world to admire him. They do it automatically. From Nairobi to Berlin to the south side of Chicago, they simply love President Obama. That kind of reverence can't be bought. It can't be bullied. It can't even be scheduled, Trump. But Trump wants a whole global spectacle stage and all the cameras on him miles away, trying to mess up that Friday, the very day Obama's legacies take center stage. You don't need a confession to recognize this blatant jealousy, y'all. And this Obama derangement syndrome that y'all got going on, MAGA, this is not showing strength, but it is showcasing Trump's insecurity. You can't dim Obama's light. The whole world's going to see this. Truth has no party, y'all be well.
Trump, I told you. What I said to you last time, I said the most embarrassing thing you can do if somebody is in your head to that degree is to let them know. And here you go. And by the way, what did he post? Inner city rot. I wonder why he did that. I wonder why he did that. That's interesting. Obama, he went to Harvard. We know how he expresses himself. We understand the class and grace that he handled the presidency with. But that was what he decided to go with. That's interesting. Huh. Was that one of the aides, or is he going to own this one? Oh, so this is going to be different than the monkey tweet.
If he's awake, he's thinking about the black man that he loves more than anybody else in the world. So he posted this over in the Ghetto app. He's jealous about the Obama Library opening up later this month on June 19th. So he's like, oh, this is what it's going to be when it's fully mature. And as someone pointed out, of course, he would think that 10 years old is fully mature.
Touche, sir. Touche.
And we know what he's done to the White House, because there's always projection. The white trassification of the United States started right there with this trailer trash bum. Look at this. Look at the White House grounds. Look at this. It went from this to that mess right there.
Now, that is exactly the point that I was making about these narratives that they push about us, regardless of the facts on the ground. We already saw the urban rot for the Obama Center, despite, Obama. But let's also address once again what the narratives were about a black man in the White House. Yet this is what the White House looks like right now, and nary a word. Because if you were to take this and make this an example of white culture, y'all would be mad. But then again, y'all do like to tab yourselves as the leaders of American culture now, don't you? Right? You guys are the true patriots, so why not take that and run with it? I mean, that's literally what you put forth for the world to see.
So the Obama Library opens up June 19th, the Obama Presidential Center, as it's called. It's a beautiful edifice in Chicago. You can find photos of it on the Obama Foundation page. There's a bunch of photos and videos, and they have an Eleanor Roosevelt fruit and vegetable garden, because that's been a focus of the Obamas. Right there, the wetland walk in the southeast. And then you can see there's an aerial view of some of the outside grounds. There's Barry himself, touring the place.
Oh, this looks nice. Is that marble? Is that? Where y'all get this?
And there's a rooftop vegetable garden, and of course there's a public library. That's something that Donald Trump has never been in. That man has never been in a library in his life. He can't even read. You can see a lot of photos. I got these from Architectural Digest, because they did a whole spread on the architecture.
Oh, wow. I saw one of those over at JCPenney's, but I didn't know they were going to go as fast as they did. I didn't. When I came back, it was gone. So I I missed out.
And the art that's in that make up the facility. And Shonda Rhimes donated from this set of, I forget her show, but she donated this replica of the Obama Oval Office.
Ooh, I love what y'all did over here. I was looking for that over on Wayfair. I was looking for that over on Wayfair. I got a watch on it. I got a watch on there. Yeah.
Look how gorgeous that is. It's the sky room. And this you see from the outside, and that's art, and that's how it looks from the inside. It's beautiful.
I started to do that. I started to do that in my own home, but I felt like too much. You know what I mean? I felt like too much. You know what I mean? Who I'm trying to impress?
Cafeteria and all this. I hope they have an electric slide room. I'm just kidding. I think they got a basketball court though in there, because the old left-handed Obama be shooting at three like Jalen Brunson. But oh no, he's Chicago, so he be shooting like maybe Scottie Pippen. He ain't gonna have that Mar-a-Lago furniture in there. I know that. I saw this AI of Mar-a-Lago burning, but I think somebody was just playing around. That's AI. Don't believe it. That's not really Mar-a-Lago burning. Anyway, go back to sleep, you bum.
Yeah, I feel you on the electric slide room. That's my age too. That's my age. I can't talk about the wobble or none of that stuff. Whoop, there it is. Interesting that you would mention the basketball court and Jalen Brunson, because if there's one thing that we know about Barack Obama, it's what a basketball fan he is. Yet that is ground that somebody else has tried to tread on. Oh, yeah, Adam Silver. I remember what you said.
Are you looking forward to the celebration at the White House?
As a matter of fact, thank you for asking me that. We just did receive an invitation
You did?
from the White House, which we accepted. We still have to figure out the details, et cetera. But, yes, of course. I mean, look, I invited the president to come down for the game. Right, he is a friend. I've known him for 30 years, and I'm very proud to bring the team to the White House.
Yep. You said you were privileged that a sitting president came to the Garden. First time ever for a finals game.
First time ever for any NBA finals. Yeah.
That's right. And then you guys get to go back and be celebrated for the entire country to see at the White House at some future date.
Yes.
James Dolan confirms the Knicks have been invited to the White House and have accepted. Knicks fans, I told you. Knicks fans, I told you. There y'all go, running to throw money in this man's pocket, boosting James Dolan's portfolio. The same man that brought him to Game 3 and had y'all emptying out the watch parties. I told y'all gonna have to come to grips with that one. Y'all gonna have to come to grips. Hey, I didn't tell y'all to support this man business. I didn't tell y'all to do none of that. Knicks owner James Dolan met with his players before the playoffs and asked them for 10 weeks of no fornication. 10 weeks? So you've been trying to prep them for the White House this whole time? This is so they had something to talk with Trump about? Breaking, the New York Knicks have accepted an invitation to visit the White House and become the first NBA team to accept an invitation during a Donald Trump presidency. Okay, now let's not put the cart before the horse. We heard what James Dolan said. We have to let the players weigh in on whether or not they want to put a wet blanket on this entire thing. But that whole point you made about the first NBA team to accept, can that be true? 2017 Warriors, no visit. 2018 Warriors, no visit. 2019 Raptors, no visit. 2020 Lakers, no visit. 2025 Thunder, no visit. Let me find out. Now, I knew Steve Kerr was thorough with the Warriors, and it makes sense that the Raptors wouldn't go, them being Canadian and all. Of course, the Lakers had LeBron on the team. There's no way they could possibly go. But the Thunder in 2025, I wasn't familiar with y'all's game. I wasn't familiar with y'all's game. I wouldn't have been hating that hard the whole time. I wouldn't have been hating nearly that. Hey, I take back like 30% of the flop and slander I put out during the playoffs. Even 40. I take back 40% of the flop and slander. Man, they was moving like that in Oklahoma. Hey, I see you. Hey, Knicks, what's good? I mean, the Thunder didn't go. Matter of fact, Jalen Brunson, I got an idea. Why don't you tell them y'all will go to the White House when Trump goes to the Obama Center? How about that? Hey, you're welcome. Some of the celebrities, such as Springsteen, have been vocal critics of Trump during his second term in office. Trump even took time to lash out at the 76-year-old rocker on Truth Social in April for his harsh criticism of the president while on tour. The now octogenarian decried the global artist as a dried-up prune and demanded MAGA boycott his concerts. Now, it's rare when the conservative looking to cancel somebody, the First Amendment warriors that's not the craziest part of that at all. No, him just openly threatening a private citizen, like not the craziest part at all. No. Now it's Trump calling somebody a dried up prune. I guess, that's what happens when you don't be honest with people. That's exactly what happens when you don't be honest with. What color you think prunes are? When's the last time you saw that color? When you washed your hands. Hey, come on. A gathering of A-listers in Chicago comes after the president's UFC bash at the White House on Sunday failed to draw a star-studded crowd. UFC CEO Dana White told Time magazine in an interview he had invited a series of heavyweights, including Adam Sandler, Guy Ritchie, Tom Brady, Jared Leto, Jason Statham, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Mario Lopez. Dana White. Why would you be telling people who you invite? Why would you be telling people who you? That's like me going around telling people who I asked out while I'm sitting there eating dinner by myself. Like, how is that helpful? You couldn't even get Tom Brady? He had a MAGA hat in his locker. Really?
It's sad, isn't it?
You couldn't get Mario Lopez? We already seen him with Trump at the UFC fight. Oh, Zach Morris got to him?
You heard me. Get out of my face. And what if I don't, punk? Then I'll just have to make you, punk.
Instead, they ended up with a series of lesser-known entertainers, Trump family members, and CEOs like Mark Zuckerberg, who have repeatedly been sucking up to the administration. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when they got to mention family members. You know when they got to mention family members, you know it's bad. You know what I mean? Hey, not everybody booed me. They wasn't all booing. Who? My family members enjoyed it. They said I'm very talented.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Comedian Nate Bargatze was the biggest name the president could ultimately muster, drawing ire from the Emmy-nominated comics fans. Let's unpack. Trump, you know how bad it is when going to your event becomes a career liability? Huh? You know how bad it is. But you want to talk about how 85-90% of the people is MAGA. You want to talk about that. It's a career liability to go to your event. Now, let's talk about the fact that I'm sure Nate Bargatze thought he was just going to slide in and get lost in the midst of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Mario Lopez, and Tom Brady. He thought he was just going to slide in, only for none of them to show up. And now we all looking at you. That's how it goes.
I immediately regret this decision.
But the president's birthday bash is not the first Trump-aligned event that has top entertainers keeping their distance. Most of the performers set to appear at the Great American State Fair on the National Mall this summer backed out of the concert after realizing it was not the nonpartisan event they had expected. I mean, that's what they said, but we know what happened. We know what happened. Oh yeah, I did a video all about it. This week, the president announced he would be holding a Trump rally on the National Mall on the 4th of July to mark America's 250th anniversary. And if there's anything that tells you exactly what you need to know about this administration, it is the fact that not only could he not get any of the artists to perform, but he decided to turn it into a Trump rally. Yes, the country's 250th anniversary into a Trump rally. Yeah. The same way that he made the whole Freedom 250 thing about him, the same way he made the Army anniversary about him. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I wanted to take this moment to wish you a happy Juneteenth, because the vibe out there is pretty heavy. You remember we went from a couple years ago where every corporation and politician was tripping over themselves to say Black Lives Matter, hand out DEI budget, to now a full-on whiplash. Now we're living in a political climate where diversity is treated like a curse word. You got states passing laws to ban Black history books, rolling back voting rights, and dismantling the most basic diversity programs like it's a crime to hire Black and brown people. Oh, they are taking people. They literally are taking people to court for hiring Black and brown people. It's a climate that's anti-black and it's definitely anti-progress. It's loud, it's aggressive, and it's designed to make you feel defeated. It's designed to make you look at a holiday like Juneteenth and think, what are we even celebrating? But see, that's exactly why this Juneteenth just hits a little bit different. Because if you actually know the history of the day, this pushback isn't new. This is just the remix. Juneteenth didn't start in a time of peace and racial harmony. It started in 1865 in Texas, surrounded by hostility, surrounded by people who were furious that freedom was finally being enforced. When those ancestors found out they were free, they didn't wait for permission to celebrate. They knew the climate was dangerous. They knew the people around them were mad, but they gathered anyway, and they bought their own land, created emancipation parks, put on their finest clothes, and claimed their joy in the face of absolute resistance. So when people today tell us to tone it down or try and legislate our history out of existence, they're playing a losing game. Because you can't ban a spirit that survived the Middle Passage, survived the plantation, and survived a 2-year delay on its own emancipation. Joy for us has never been a luxury. Joy is a form of resistance. So this year, celebrating Juneteenth isn't just about having a day off or eating good food. It's a statement. When you fire up that grill, when you blast that music, when you hug your family, you're telling the world, we still here. You can try and defund the programs and rewrite the textbooks, but you cannot delete the culture. So look out for each other. Keep your head high and claim your joy this week. They didn't give it to us, and they damn sure can't take it away. Free-ish since 1865.